Hello and welcome to The Print. I'm Apoorva Mandhani along with The Print's national photo editor Praveen Jain, and we have with us Uttar Pradesh's Director General of Police Prashant Kumar sir. Sir is a 1990 batch IPS officer who was appointed to the post in January last year, and he's set to retire days from now on 31st of May. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
It's my pleasure
talking
to you.
So to start off with, brand Yogi has a lot to owe to the UP police. So to start off with, I'd like to ask you what, according to you, CM Yogi Adityanath has done for law and order that maybe his predecessors, say Akhilesh Yadav or Mayawati, didn't?
For me, it is very difficult to comment on his predecessors. But so far as the present government is concerned, after taking over in 2017, he gave a very clear mandate to UP police, and that was in the form of zero tolerance against crime and criminals. And he picked up efficient people, result-oriented people, and they posted, all are posted to important places. And then the whole thing started, like taking very strong actions against mafias initially. And there were a lot of good operations, hot chases, in which a lot of criminals were killed also. So many policemen were also got killed in the operation, because these are the professional hazards when you are doing some operation. And after that, he gave a very blueprint to break the backbone of all the mafias. So for that, this mafia task force was formed, then identification of mafias, all their helpers. So 68 initially, the number was less. Later on, when I came to headquarters as ADG Law and Order, we again identified the important people, and 68 mafias were identified who used to be monitored and still be monitored on daily basis from our headquarters. And we then went against the main mafias and their all the gurgas and all, their supporters, and the people who are really doing business in the garb of those guys. So we broke the economic backbone of those mafias, and more than 4,000 crore property was either seized or it was confiscated. In some of the cases, those lands which were illegally occupied by them, on that land various social schemes were formed. Some houses were made, and CM himself went and distributed it to needy people. So there was a systematic approach from the government side also. The police was given a free hand, and out of those 65, I think 33 are still in jail, 7 died, and 3 are absconding. So the hunt is still on. And that's why we did on. And apart from that, a lot of other new innovations was done during his time, like all the recruitment. It was totally free and fair.
Right.
And recently we are going to induct 60,000 more boys in our force. The whole age profile of the force has gone down. So we have a lot of young component. And when people are selected on merit, they are posted on merit, there's a lot of motivation to for working in a healthy and competitive environment. And I think that is that's also a very landmark thing, and that was shift from the earlier years. And again, this our important flagship 112 emergency response system. Response time was around 25 minutes. Now it has been brought down to 8 minutes. So more and more vehicles were inducted in emergency response system, and for the last 4-5 months we are either first or second in so far as the response time is concerned in the whole country.
Right.
So that is the reason, because of the response time, we don't get any incident which is happening. It doesn't turn out to be a big law and order problem.
Right.
Which used to be, which was a very common phenomena earlier. So this rioting and all, it is very rare now. No major communal riot in the past 8.5 years. It's a big achievement.
Right.
And all the festivals, you must have heard that by consultation, by talking to everyone, they removed around lakh loudspeaker from all the religious places. And that is religion neutral. That is not that we have targeted only one community or only one religion. So it's a very big achievement. And lastly, you must have seen the Mahakumbh,
Right.
the mega event. So it is a global event, and we are really proud of our people and the way government brought it at a global level. Almost everybody came. More than 66 crore people visited within a short span of 45 days. So these are the things I think it was unheard of.
Right. So it's his systematic approach that you're
then,
talking about.
obviously, Ram Temple, it was the foundation was laid, and then it was inaugurated also in 4-5 years.
Right.
And then CA and RC, again, he provided proper leadership. Then Kisan agitation. So every time he supported us, and we also we have also given desired results. Although in law and order, it is very difficult to say that now we have reached a proper threshold. So there are chances of improvement always.
Right. We'll get to the chances of improvement as well. But before that, you're also considered a trustworthy and maybe even a favorite of CM Yogi Adityanath. How and when did this camaraderie begin? If you could tell us an incident or anything that you may want to share.
No, it is not a matter of trust. No. He had given a few assignments to me, and probably I think because of the results which came out. So I think that is the only thing, like in professional level, nothing personal in that.
And so how tough is it to be the DGP of a state like UP, who's often known for its maybe broken law and order situation?
So I'm fortunate that I'm DGP at such juncture when law and order is on the track, I can say. And before taking over the DGP, I was ADG Law and Order and a Special DG Law and Order for quite some time. And as I have explained earlier, we have really worked hard in the past 8.5 years. And UP is a big state, and population-wise, it is the biggest state in the country. And it has a different region also, you can say, 4-5 regions which are culturally different from each other. So for all reasons, we make our own strategies.
Okay.
The same strategy doesn't fit in all the regions. Like certain regions, the crime is fast. Certain region, the crime is related to different kind of, it happens because of the different reasons. So for every region, we have our own strategy, and accordingly, suitable people are posted. They are tasked and they are monitored properly. And at government level, almost it is being monitored almost every day, I can say. So when the government gives so much of priority to law and order, and it reviews the crime and law and order situation on priority, I think it is bound to succeed. And I'm really, as a leader, I must say that I'm proud of my force. It is the biggest civil force of the world, I can say. So our strength is more than 4 lakhs, and we just have now vacancy of only around 40,000. And when this government took over, the whole strength was only 2 lakh.
Right, okay.
So the vacancy was also there, then the force was aging. So that was one of the reason. So I think so. So these are the systematic approach. Lot of, I think the budgeting, the police budget has improved 2.5 times more. All infrastructure projects have been built up. Lot of new units have come up, like Mahila Battalion is coming up. Exclusive Mahila Battalion, 3 Mahila Battalions are coming. The strength of ladies have increased manyfold. So in 2017 it was around 10,000. Now it is going to be 50,000. So it's a huge shift.
Right.
And as you know that Mahila Suraksha is the priority for the state government as well as the central government. And we have a very ambitious project of Mission Shakti. And we say that it is for the safety, security, empowerment of women. So for that we use take help of our ladies employees, and they are dedicated 10,000 beats which are exclusively been held by female officers.
Okay.
So,
And
so these are some of the points. Yes.
Apart from this, throughout your career, how have you seen policing evolve as well? Because we've seen that over the past few years, cybercrime has also reared its ugly head. So do you think policing has been able to keep up with the changing nature or face of crime? And what have you done to equip yourself also to deal with such crimes?
The cybercrime is it's a totally new kind of thing which has evolved in the past 4-5 years. And keeping in pace with that, in 2017 there were only 2 cyber police stations in this whole state. One in Lucknow and one was in Noida.
Right.
So after, I think, taking over, the number was increased to 18. All the divisional commissionary headquarters were given one police station sanction. So after that, I think 2 years back, in all the police station, in all the districts, one cyber police station, exclusive cyber police station was sanctioned, opened, it is functioning, and there is a cyber help desk in all police stations of the state. So that is the way we are evolving. We are training our people. More than 10,000 sub-inspectors have recently joined. So they are fully equipped, fully trained in to deal with the cybercrime. And apart from that, government is trying to educate people also, the society, through school curriculum and through other means. So more and more awareness, the people will come to know that how to just get rid of falling in trap of some cyber criminals.
Right.
So there is a proper planning to deal with cyber crimes, I must say.
Okay. And so coming to law and order in UP, now recently we saw the Supreme Court coming down heavily on illegal demolitions in Prayagraj, saying that it shocked its conscience. And we've also sort of generally seen, I understand that the police do not have a direct role to play. It's the civic authorities, the municipal corporation which gets involved in this, and the police is just there to enforce it. But if we talk about UP, over the past few years, it's gotten this reputation of enforcing something known as bulldozer justice. What do you have to say about this?
No, you have clearly mentioned that bulldozer is not our job. Basically, bulldozer is used for demolition of anything which is illegal. If somebody has occupied some government land, or somebody has built something breaking the local laws, so proper notice is given, and police is always there to maintain law and order. We have nothing to do with this demolition. And from government side also, there is a strict instructions that we have to adhere to whatever directions have been received from the competent judicial courts, be it Honorable Supreme Court, be it Honorable High Court, and each case is being judged. If anybody is crossing that limit, then obviously we also take action. And but just because somebody is saying something, and the illegal thing should not continue also. So people have occupied wetlands, ponds, and they have made huge buildings there. So it is totally illegal. So those things are being destroyed. I have told you that certain mafias has built mansion after occupying some government land. Those were demolished after following proper procedure. And then the houses were made there for poor people and it was distributed. So that is it. I think sometimes when it was never heard of this bulldozer kind of thing. Demolition was never heard. It was started in UP for the first time. So then I think it becomes a big thing, lot of propaganda. So I think that is the only thing. But we follow the strict law. And our affidavit in Honorable Supreme Court was also appreciated, the way we are doing things.
Right.
But so there might be some discrepancy here and there. And for that, the system is there to take care.
And you mentioned the Mahakumbh earlier in the conversation. Of course, it was the largest religious gathering in the world. Millions were in attendance. But not everything went according to plan. There was a stampede as well, which left a few people dead and injured. What were the challenges that you faced in organizing the entire Mahakumbh as well? And what do you think went wrong?
You see, this Mahakumbh it was a big opportunity. And a lot of planning started very early. There's certain, so far as the infrastructure projects are there, it started, I think, in 2022 or 2023. So widening of roads, over bridges, and so many things, I must say. And catering to more than 66 crore. You can imagine the kind of efforts which must have gone in that for hygiene, for health, for security, safety. Everything was meticulously planned. And but for one small incident on Maunima Ashar, I think everything went as per our plans. Yes, the more we were expecting around 40-45 crore people, but it has increased because the kind of feedback people gave after visiting Kumbh, it has I think it was probably, I think, global level, it has gone at a global level. So everybody, all the important VIPs came, and I must say that after some major snans were over, so suddenly the nature of crowd also changed. We started getting a lot of female devotees, small cars, and that was a big challenge in between. So our planning was also dynamic. We changed our plan. We made extra arrangement for the parking. And there was not a single case of murder, chain snatching, misbehavior, and other sorts of crime, which are normally there in big congregation. And all our men, more than 50,000 security personnel were there. And they were managing things with only a whistle, a rope, and a loud hailer. You can imagine. And we trained them with the soft skills also. And everybody appreciated. Everybody appreciated.
So according to you, could the administration have done anything differently to prevent the stampede?
No, these things can happen. It is just a matter of fraction of second. But immediately after that, we had some contingency plan which worked. The corridor, the green corridor worked. Ambulances reached. So, in the event of such magnitude, such things happened. I think 30 people died, and around 54 people were injured, and all of them were treated, given the first aid immediately. And even after the stampede, the whole thing continued without any disruption. And because you know that day there was a Shahi Snan also.
Right.
All the khadas were there, so they had to be, they had to take the bath on time. So we managed everything. So overall, it's a big, very well managed affair.
Okay.
I must say.
And if we talk about the Kawad Yatra, we also saw UP police officers showering petals on the Kawadiyas.
Oh, that is not UP police, that is the government's policy.
Okay.
So Kawad Yatra, so a lot of religious activities going on in this part of the country. Any religion, any festival, it's all grand in UP, I must say. If you go and see the Holi there in Vrindavan, it is a big grand affair. If you go for this Makar Sankranti, Gorakhpur, lakhs and lakhs of people are coming, not only from UP, from Bihar, from Nepal. So there are certain festivals which are very famous, and it attracts a lot of crowd. And Kawad Yatra is again one of those things. And people are traveling from different states. They go up to Haridwar or Rishikesh, and that time we make them, we welcome everyone who comes here, and we try to make their journey comfortable. And obviously such huge people are coming with, they are all driven by faith, and we can help them in making things slightly better. They remember it.
Yes, so the petals were sort of for welcoming
Yes,
them.
yes. It's not a UP police thing. It is decided by government, and government does all these things. And sometimes in those helicopter, police people also sit there to have a aerial view for safety and security, and how much crowd is coming, from which side people are coming, or what kind of arrangements and to be done for their security and all. So that is the only thing. That's all.
And many questions have also been raised about encounter cases in UP. UP is often called the encounter state of India. But I want to ask, how have encounters become so predictable in UP? Because, for instance, before, when we were talking about Vikas Dubey, there was a lot of talk about the possibility maybe of an encounter, and then it happened. Of course, police officers invariably get clean chits in inquiries, but if we talk about encounters as a policing strategy in UP, what do you have to say about that?
No, I look at these things from in an entirely different way. See, the criminals are there. We are not, the police is not a sitting duck that you fire and you kill. We have been given a weapon also. So those are not ornaments for us. If somebody is firing at us, we will retaliate. Our people have also died. More than 20 people. Yesterday itself, one constable died. But we never retaliated. But when after some incident, some hot chase is there, people are firing at us, so we also retaliate. Bare minimum force is being used. And obviously, there is a PUCL guideline mandated by Honorable Supreme Court. The procedure is well laid. How to get the police the inquiry and investigation done in any police encounter case. So that is that we are doing, and fortunately you yourself have said that we have never got any adverse order from any competent authority. So that is the thing. And I think that was one of the reason initially that there was a fear of law amongst criminals. So after that, we shifted our priority on breaking their economic bones, background, and confiscating their illegally acquired properties. And now we are going with Operation Conviction.
Okay.
So we are trying to get the conviction done. So in the past 1.5 years, we have got more than 91,000 convictions in all the sensitive and important cases. And more than 60 cases we have secured capital punishment also. So these things are not being written, but only the encounter things being highlighted. I think you must highlight that UP Police achievement in Operation Conviction. I will give you the data.
Apart from this, there were many video clips of UP police stopping Muslims from voting in the by-elections, assembly by-elections last year. What do you have to say about the police maybe playing a partisan role in such cases?
You see, these kind of allegations are always there. Nowadays, all the elections of member of parliament and assembly, there's a lot of presence of central forces. Then observers are also there. So people show whatever it is convenient to them, but there are different level of checks and balances in the whole system. And these clippings and statements must have been analyzed by commission also, election commission. So I don't think it is correct. Sometimes it is being exaggerated also. So same, if you are doing well, then you have all faith. So if you are not doing well, then you start criticizing the administration. I don't think so, because in such general election, the administration doesn't have much role. A lot of paramilitary is there, people from outside they come, and whatever direction of Honorable Election Commission is there, we strictly go by that.
Okay. And if we talk about the UP's anti-conversion law and the recent amendments, they make the law quite stringent. But if we talk about the first case that was filed under this anti-conversion law, that charges were dropped in that case. So since then, how has the law fared so far? If you could share some numbers with us on convictions or FIRs filed or acquittals.
So far as the conversion is concerned, the government has made the law. So we are there to implement the law. We don't, I cannot comment on the merit and demerit of the law itself. But it has a very saluting effect. If you go to villages, some forceful conversion, it vitiates the atmosphere in the rural areas. Certain the people in very young age, they are carried away with this kind of thing, and that is given to distortion in the society. And I think that's why the government has also come up with the new law. So after the new law has come and the punishment has been made stringent, it has some positive impact also. And you must be aware that we cracked one anti-conversion syndicate involving some 10-12 states, in which we secured conviction also. That was one of those kind of conviction in which life sentence was secured. It is rare. So that kind of investigation, it was done by ATS Excellent, and important people were sent to. Because in that case, they were the religious conversion of handicapped people and physically challenged people by offering them money, and just they can get married also, because normally it is very difficult to find a match for a challenged person in society. So that kind of allurement is there. And it was a systematic syndicate which was running from Delhi. So we exposed the whole syndicate, and very important people were convicted.
Right. Just the anti-conversion law is also unofficially sometimes called the anti-love jihad law, and it's alleged that it's often weaponized against a particular community or against interfaith couples. What do you have to say about these allegations?
No, if somebody is, it is by choice, then there is no problem. If something is being done forcefully, or some like this kind of allurement is there, and it is being done in with the minors, so then we intervene. Otherwise, for every alert person is free, has a right of so many freedom we have. So we have more freedom than the responsibilities and accountability in the society. So that is there. I have already told you that in the rural areas, situation becomes very, very bad. If some interfaith or interreligion things is there, some elopement is there, so that might lead to some law and order problem. And that might be the reason why government came with this stringent law.
Right. And if we talk about the triple talaq law, now back in 2017, UP was the first state to endorse the centre's draft bill. Since then, how has this law fared on the ground? Are women actually coming forward to file FIRs? If you could share a bit about that.
Now, offhand I cannot say, but there were a lot of cases were registered. Some convictions has also been done, and we have charge sheeted most of the cases. And it is fine. When the law is there, we must. The triple talaq has given relief to the ladies from the minority community, and obviously there are discussion on merit and demerit of those things. But I am not going into the detail.
Okay.
But it has a very salutary effect in UP.
Okay. And when we talk about crime against women, rapes and gang rapes in UP often make it to national headlines. If we look at data, 2022 NCRB report in the murder with rape and gang rape category, Uttar Pradesh topped the list with 62 registered cases. If we compare the period between 2001 to 2013 and 2014 to 2022, then there was a 44% increase in reported rape cases in UP. What factors do you attribute this rise to? Could this be worsening crime or more reporting or something else?
No, you see, you are giving the absolute number.
Right.
So you absolute number, because our population base is very, very huge. So by absolute number, nobody can compete with us. So the best way, the NCRB also ranks the state on the basis of rate of crime, like some crime per lakh population. So if you see that, so we are, a lot of states are far ahead of us. And in conviction of female ladies cases involving ladies, we are the best in the country so far as the conviction is concerned. Obviously, our number will be much, much higher than some smaller states like Goa or Sikkim or other states. But if you see the rate of the crime, our position is very comfortable in all the heads almost. That also figure I can provide you.
We know that you're set to retire. Scheduled date is 31st of May. But there was a lot of speculation and discussion around a possible extension that you may be getting. Is that something that you were hopeful for?
No, I'm not hopeful. These are imaginary questions. The well-wishers, your well-wishers always wish you to continue. But these are retirement and everything is pre-decided. So the way the day we join, we know when are we going to retire. So that is the thing. So I think few well-wishers must have told you all these things.
Okay, since you mentioned retirement, what are your plans after retirement? Do you have any in mind?
I have a family. I will stay with my family happily. And I'm planning to stay in Lucknow itself.
Okay.
So that's all.
Okay. So we're looking forward to some free time then.
Yes.
Okay. Take care. So with this, we've reached the end of this interview. Thank you so much for speaking to us. And
always my pleasure.
And for all our viewers, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. For more from The Print, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.